Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Yaki, and it's the summer before my student teaching in the fall, so I'm done with all my ECE courses and have decided to take these 3 summer courses to learn more about the developmental therapy position. My intention for the course is to give myself another option to take possibly professionally, in case like teaching in the classroom isn't the greatest fit for me. I have another option to work with children in a different capacity. So yeah, my experiences with very young children started when I was like 14, working with a family in my neighborhood with a child who was like 2 to 3. And then once I turned 15, I got a job at an organization called Fox Valley Special Recreational Association, where I served as an inclusion aide to children with disabilities in different recreational settings. So children as young as 2.5, 3, all the way to like 7 or 8. Worked with children with Asperger's, Down syndrome, on the autism spectrum, Rett syndrome, Prader-Willi, and children with ADHD. So it was a great experience for me to be able to be a part of those children's lives. For me, at such a young age, to kind of gave me like a background and some confidence in working with children with disabilities. So whether I am a classroom teacher or I decide to go down the developmental therapy path, I feel like I have some idea of what to expect, and I enjoy it. So. So for bedtimes, I think that that children should begin the routine after dinner, so around like 7, maybe earlier. But then I had a family that I worked with who had two girls at that time, that I was with them, and one of them really liked the strategy that I came up with, that would I'd list the things that she had to do in order, and I'd say like 1, and then 2, 3. So like 1 was like, okay, change into your pull-up and your PJs. 2, brush your teeth, and 3, read books. And like she would, like, knowing that would help her, and she's actually gifted cognitively, but I think all kids can like benefit from just having a schedule, being able to kind of know what's coming next and what to expect, and like how to go about it, like how to form a routine. So the change into their pull-up and PJs. Then we would brush our teeth, or they would brush their teeth, and then we would read 2 to 3 books together. If there were 2 girls, we would read them together in one of their beds, and then I would move the one child to her bed around 7:45, 8, lights out. And then one family, I would stay in the room. This is the toddler. The first family I ever worked with, I would stay in his room while he fell asleep. There was a chair kind of at the end of his bed, and sometimes he would get anxious and cry kind of before bed, and I would hold him and pat and rock him until he calmed down, and usually that would take maybe like 10 to 15, maybe less minutes. but that can sometimes be part of the bedtime routine as well, if, like, probably happens more often when you're the babysitter, and not necessarily that would not necessarily always happen with the parent, but yeah, so like as an outside caregiver. Yeah, and then I also forgot to mention, like, when going back and talking about my experiences with young children, I also forgot to mention that I've obviously done, like, internships, infant and toddler internships, at a Reggio Emilia day school and nursery, and I worked there for a little less than a year as a floater in, like, all of the classrooms. So I've really gotten to see all of the ages of, like, young toddler, older toddler, infant, and then obviously all the pre-K internships that we go through with with DePaul, and I was at another school for that, and then also did a couple of primary school internships, so kindergarten and first grade. So I feel like DePaul and my work independently have really prepared me for being in any young early childhood setting, which I am very, it's a lot of work, but I'm very grateful for having all those experiences. Okay, and then lastly, something fun or important about me. This is like very, like, everyone loves yoga, but I love yoga. I volunteer. I do a work study at a studio in Avondale called Inner Sense Healing Arts, and I clean. Well, I used to when it was open, but like, I have a cleaning work study where I clean and then get free classes, and I highly recommend it if you are interested in all types of yoga, astrology courses, Reiki, lots of fun stuff there. Yeah, and reach out to me if you're interested. I could share the email or the link, the website with you. Yeah, that's it. I hope to just meet all of you in your videos, and hope that everyone is staying well, and yeah, thank you.